My name is Sandra Capriva, and I want to tell you about an exciting business opportunity that I'm told could have you making thousands of dollars per week working out of your home. I was approached with this opportunity by my colorist while she was dyeing my hair. The thing is, this offer is bullshit. But it's important to not be rude to the person who's dyeing your hair, so I sat there and listened while she tried to recruit me to sell weight loss shakes for a multi-level marketing company. I politely told her several times that I wasn't interested, but she just kept going. A few months later, a friend who went to the same salon told me that this woman was fired because she wouldn't stop trying to recruit clients. I knew at the time that this opportunity was bullshit, but a lot of people don't know. When my colorist got involved, she didn't know it was actually a scam. On the surface, it looks like a great way for an outgoing person to make some money. But according to John Taylor in his book, The Case for and Against Multi-Level Marketing, over 99% of the people who work as contractors for multi-level marketing companies lose money on this venture. 99% lose money. That's not 99% who break even or net $12 in a year. That's people who end up more in debt than when they started. Let's start by talking about what a multi-level marketing company is. A multi-level marketing company, also called an MLM, is one that allows independent contractors to buy products at wholesale prices and resell them for a profit. Different companies call these independent contractors different names. I'm going to call them contractors. These contractors are also allowed to recruit and train more contractors. And these people are encouraged to recruit and train more, and so on. Quick definition here. A contractor's downline is every contractor recruited by them or by someone they recruited, and so on. The company pays each of their contractors a bonus based on the amount of the company's product sold by each contractor and their downline. Or that's how it's supposed to work. The thing is, though, it's just too much work for the companies to tell how much contractors are selling. So they just make the contractors say they're selling the product to end users, but they actually base the bonuses on how much product the contractors and their downline are buying. The more product a contractor's downline buys, the higher percentage that contractor's bonus is. In this way, each contractor is rewarded for convincing their downline to buy more product. The larger the downline, the more product they'll buy, and the more the contractor is rewarded. Because none of these people are employees of the company, remember, they are independent contractors, the company cannot be held responsible for anything the contractors say to their downlines. So contractors can instruct their downline to buy product, something the company is not legally allowed to do. They can reward their downline for recruiting, something the company is not legally allowed to do. In order to stay out of trouble, the company only has to have an official policy that their contractors are not to say these things. They don't have to enforce it. So think about this for a minute. The company makes money by selling their product to people who don't want it. Their customers are not their end users. Their customers are the contractors. It is in the company's best interest if their customers buy as much as possible and recruit other customers. In order to encourage this behavior, the company pays their contractors for the purchases made by each contractor's downline. With that in mind, let's look at one of the ways these companies deceive new recruits into believing this is a good business opportunity. This is Arbonne's Contractor Earnings Report for 2017. But I don't want to talk about all these words. I want to talk about the way the information is laid out on the page. So let's look at this version without words instead. You can clearly see that the table in the middle is what immediately draws your eye. If you were thinking of joining Arbonne, you might want to head straight for the numbers, so you'd skip all those wordy paragraphs and read the table. This is the story they want you to see. These are most of the numbers in the table. The segments are divided up by rank. A contractor's rank is determined by the number of people in their downline or by the amount of product they and their downline buy. We have the percentage of contractors in each rank and the average amount of money they made over the year. So here, in the darker blue, we have 62% of Arbonne contractors averaging $788 for the year. But they only just got started. The next level up, in purple, is 28% of the contractors, and they averaged 3,450 in the year. It only took them an average of 7 months to get to that rank, so no sweat, you gotta put in the time if you want to climb the ladder. Next up, we have 7% in pale blue there, making $17,129 per year. It took them 21 months to get to that rank. Arbonne does not say if that's 21 months after they hit the purple rank or if it's 21 months after they started. In green, we have 2% of contractors making around $68,000 per year, and it took them only 36 months to get there. Finally, in yellow, the top 1% of contractors make an average of $254,000 per year, and it took them 56 months to get there. Well, it's not great if you want to make a living at it, but okay for a little extra money. This chart is from 2017. The federal poverty line in 2017 for a two-person household was $16,240. According to Arbonne's table, only 10% of their contractors are making more than that. Oh, and right under the table in their report is a line that tells us that this does not represent profits. It's only bonuses. It doesn't account for the money the consultants made selling the product, and it doesn't account for the money they spent promoting their business. They don't come right out and say it, but it sounds like they also aren't including the amount of money the contractors spent on product from Arbonne. Let's go back here and look at the rest of the report. Starting from the top, they tell us the total amount Arbonne paid contractors worldwide in 2017, and the total amount they paid contractors in the US in 2017. They say this does not include retail income. Wait, there is a footnote. The footnote tells us the percentage contractors can make on client purchases, and that Arbonne doesn't have an estimate for this total because contractors set their own prices. Well, that's fine. Moving on up top, we have a total number of Arbonne contractors. Oh, with another footnote. That footnote says this number doesn't include preferred client accounts, only contractors. Well, there's no reason it would include preferred client accounts. Why would they even say that? Continuing on. Wait. Are you bored yet? I am. This is dull shit, and that's my point. They want you to stop reading this awful paragraph. It's just a bunch of numbers. The literal small print is totally reasonable. The numbers they've listed so far are mind-numbingly fine. They're even clarifying statements that nobody would have been confused by. But we're going to keep going because we're about to get to the interesting part. Here it is. On a monthly basis, only 12% of Arbonne's contractors earned anything at all, and those are the only people included in this report. Did you get that? 88% of their contractors made zero money, so they left these people off the report. Let's look at our chart again, but this time include the people Arbonne left out of their table. Now, in gray, we have the 88% of Arbonne contractors who made zero money. It's actually only 7.4% in the darker blue there, who averaged $788 in a year. The purple is the 3.36% who averaged $3,450 in a year. That tiny little pale blue stripe is the 0.84% who averaged $17,000 in the year. You can barely see the green stripe of 0.25% who made $68,000, or the yellow stripe representing the 0.12% of Arbonne contractors who averaged around $254,000 in a year. Let's look at these two side by side. They want you to make your decision based on the obvious numbers in their table, represented in the pie chart on the left. But this chart on the right has the actual numbers, and remember, these numbers don't include money spent on the business. It doesn't include the products the contractors have bought. It doesn't include the workshops they've taken or the cost of attending the conventions every multi-level marketing company throws each year and insists that everyone come to. It doesn't include advertising. Let's look at one final chart. Everyone represented in a color on this chart is making above poverty line wages from Arbonne, not including expenses. Everyone grayed out is making below poverty line from Arbonne. In case you're thinking that these people could be raking in the cash with their product sales, I assure you they are not. Contractors with Arbonne have complained online that consumers can buy any Arbonne product on eBay for less than the wholesale prices the contractors pay. I don't want you to think that I chose Arbonne to talk about because they're especially bad. The reason I chose Arbonne is because they provided more information than anyone else. And even though they provided more information than any of the other companies whose earnings reports I looked at, they still don't provide enough information. They didn't tell us how much these people are spending on product in the year. They have that information. They didn't tell us how many people reached each rank in the year. That would be really helpful to know. And no MLM company asks their contractors how much time they put into their business. So we don't know how hard these people are trying to make this work. Investing money in an MLM business is a bad decision. You have a higher chance of winning at the roulette table than of making money in an MLM. The constant recruiting required to make money in an MLM is stuff that will get you fired from your regular paying job. Just ask my colorist. MLMs are bad for your finances, your working life, and your personal relationships. Multi-level marketing is a scam.